Wait, that worked? The fuck? Huh. I guess that works. Anyways, hi, hello, hi. Hello guys, hi, welcome to stream. Oh shit, ഞാൻ intro ചെറുതായിട്ടൊന്ന് മറന്നുപോയി, but hello guys, അയ്യോ, I am Silver and വീണ്ടും again welcome to stream. Oh fuck, ഞാൻ ഇത് എവിടെയാണ്? That works. Okay, yeah. Okay, basically എൻ്റെ ടൈറ്റിൽ വേറെ ഒന്നുമല്ല. ഞാൻ ഇന്നും ഓഫീസിൽ നിന്ന് വരുന്ന സമയത്ത് മഴയുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. സോ ഞാൻ അത്രയും നേരം ലൈക്ക് ഇറങ്ങണമെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ച സമയത്ത് മഴ പെയ്തില്ല. ബട്ട് ഞാൻ ഇറങ്ങാൻ പോയപ്പോൾ മഴ പെയ്തു. സോ യു നോ ലൈഫ്. അപ്പോഴേക്കും എനിക്ക് സ്വീറ്റ് ചൈൽഡ് മൈ ലിറിക്സ് എന്തോ ഓർമ്മ വന്നു. ആൻഡ് ഐ വാസ് ലൈക്ക് അത് ഇടണോ, ബട്ട് അത് ടൈറ്റിൽ തികയോ എനിക്കറിയത്തില്ല. ബട്ട് എനിവേസ് ഞാൻ അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. വാട്ട് എവർ യു മേ വാണ്ട് ടു തിങ്ക് ഓഫ് ഇറ്റ്. ഇൻ അതർ ന്യൂസ്, ഞാൻ ഇന്നലെയോ മിനിഞ്ഞാന്നെന്തോ 300 വീഡിയോസ് ആയി. സോ ഐ ഗെസ് ഐ ബിൻ ഡൂയിങ് ദിസ് ഫോർ 300 വീഡിയോസ് വിയർഡ്ലി. ദാറ്റ് സീംസ് ഫൺ. Anyways, yeah, let's put some video in the background so that ഇതിലാരാ ഞാൻ മാസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്യാത്ത മാസ്റ്റർ യു ഹുവാങ്. You know what? Yeah, ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ വീഡിയോ കുറച്ച് കാലമായി കണ്ടിട്ട്. I'll just watch this. I mean, put in the background. Where do we go now? Now.
Hey everyone, Madurai Bread here. Skyrim while always crouching was a slow but real fun run. Let's follow that up with one of my all-time most requested runs. Today's the day that we figure out would I be able to beat Pokemon Gold with a team of only one Ditto. What do I even say about Ditto? Alright, I'm just gonna assume you don't know the gimmick of this Pokemon. Well, you can see from the stats that they are very even and low, but really these stats don't matter much outside of our health. That's because of our moveset. It's the move Transform. That's it. No TM moves or anything else. Every fight starts with me using Transform to copy the stats and moves of the Pokemon that I'm fighting. That also means that every single fight, they get to hit me first, since I spent my first turn transforming. That also means that when I fight a trainer, I have to do the entire battle with whatever the first Pokemon was on their team, but with only 5 power points on each move. If that instantly sounds like it would make a ton of fights literally impossible, well, I'm pretty sure that you're right. Like always, I'm writing this script as I go through with the challenge, so this part is being written before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if I can win or not. I'll just say right now that I think I'm probably gonna lose. This might be possible, but I also don't know if I'm gonna be able to figure it out. Every battle is a whole new problem. I think if I win in the end, it'll be with struggle. Let's explain the rules. In combat, I can only use Ditto. I'll need other Pokemon to use HMs, but I won't be allowed to use any of those Pokemon in battle. No glitches or exploits, no items in battle, only Pokeballs, held items, and items outside of combat are allowed. Also, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let's do this. So, right off the bat, I use the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Cyndaquil with Ditto so that we can do the whole run with it. I name him Sandow, the real ones know. He's still awesome, by the way. Go look him up. Okay, so I've never bothered really looking at DVs before, but I think for this run I'm gonna have to. DVs are what Gen 1 and 2 used instead of IVs.
What the fuck?
Okay, well technically both of them still use IVs.
പുല്ലെനിക്ക് Spider-Man 3 കാണാൻ
fuck. But that's way over the
I'm F-bombing like hard, but
all you need to know is that the Pokemon generally
Spider-Man കളിക്കാനെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. I mean, people are complaining weirdly, but I don't think. Like, it's not because the game's bad, it's because the game's okay. but I do want to play it because it looks very fun. Like at least the mechanics that I thought of it.
Here's what I ended up settling with. Just because 21 is the most health I ever ended up with, and I tried like 20 builds. So right away, traveling straight up lose a one-on-one fight. Always just let them hit us right away. So they get their first hit in. Now we still feel more damage by just a little bit if we're a higher level. It's kind of weird. But I do know that.
I mean, now I understand how to play this hero, but but the problem is I don't really like playing it.
Okay, so they just look like they're doing next to us because we have way more health. And it won't say that way forever, unless I stay way ahead
Okay,
of them.
I'm not here. I'm not here. Bye.
You know
Bye.
what? There's
Bye.
any run where
I
we
tried to
have
save.
do that. It's probably going to be the solo Ditto run. So here's the plan. I'm here in the ruins of Elf.
Sweet
I
love
feel
of
like I did this forever ago
mine.
in some really hard run, but I don't really
ഞാൻ
remember.
assignment ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട് actually നല്ല രസമുണ്ട്
So
വായിക്കാൻ
this is a great early game spot for super hard runs. Stat experience is the Gen 1 and 2 version of effort values, and much less effort values, but individual comp that isn't affected by the others. So you could max all of them out if you're really consistent. Stat experience, we do have more stat experience once we get now to take something absurd like 1,400 values. I don't think that is going to be necessary since we're going to be fighting a lot of other stuff and leveling up plenty through that. My main worry is that the answer to winning a lot of the hardest battles is just get also that we can do more damage with strategy. Grinding is a nightmare in almost any area of the game. So just give me experience points, not status points. So basically, you can use rare candies that maximum potential stats.
അതെന്റെ കില്ലല്ല
As long as you've actually made enough Pokemon bench to max out your status points. So that's where
വിക്ടോറാണ് ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പറയണത്.
they hardly give you any experience.
ഇൻ അതർ ന്യൂസ് ഞാൻ കുറച്ച് കാലം ശേഷം ഡഗ്ഡഗിന്റെ കുറച്ച് വീഡിയോ രണ്ട് വീഡിയോ ഒന്ന് അബൌട്ട് Peggle chatbot share. മറ്റേത് അബൌട്ട് what is it?
And also, it would take.
Peggle chatbot അല്ലല്ലോ. Oh yeah, ഒരു battle royale പോലെ. പക്ഷെ ഭയങ്കര രസമായിരുന്നു. It looks fun. I want to like log into his like Twitch bot, I guess. Twitch stream. Long terminology. Being streaming illiterate is kinda not setting a good example of what to do. But what do I know?
I succeed. As for how it actually is to grind here with though, well, you looked at the screen. It's a nightmare. Sometimes they run away. Sometimes we run into one that's effective against us. Sometimes we only make one hit by the time we have to walk all the way back to the Poké Center. I'm using speed up by the way. I'm a crazy doctor. I'm just But yeah, a faster nightmare is still a nightmare. Nothing can make this He turned into his first Pokemon. Don't have enough power points to feed his whole team, and thus.
Oh, by the way, for people who don't know, Leo is apparently the #1 box office movie in the world with $45.8 million or something in box office. I tried.
Silverdrag-N. Now you get to
That
see
seems
the
nice.
dilemma. Transform makes us a lot weaker than if we weren't using
I would
it
personally
in
say
most
PlayStation 5,
circumstances.
but
But it's time consuming to actually make ourselves run out of power points each time. Even trainer battles, while traveling, are often just a loss because of whatever their opening Pokemon was doing bad against the rest of the team. Or more often, we don't have enough power points. That means we black out and lose our so then we don't have enough Poké Center. Every time we use the Poké Center, we get the Pokémon back, and we have to go back to Pokemon that we
what the fuck did I do?
most of the time we're probably just gonna end up if I try transforming literally nowhere and isn't worth talking about, I probably just won't bring it up. There's a lot I don't bring up in these runs because it is not worth talking about. I'm sure you would rather watch a half-an-hour video where I get to the point rather than an hour-and-a-half video where I tell you every minute. Whoa, man. There's a lot of pointless things I can tell you right now. Anyway, Struggle will still probably be the winning move almost this game.
I'm not playing as well as I was.
Accidental combo of both strategies. We copied his first Geodude. It only had tackle, so we naturally ran out. Then we beat his whole team with Struggle as a weak Geodude. That was a very weird fight. I didn't think struggling as their weakest Pokemon was going to be how we got the win, but Hiker Russell loves throwing in surprises. Okay, so after incredibly slowly clearing Slowpoke well, I took a shot at a run. Obviously, always just lose all of our chances. We always get paralyzed by it, and once we use Struggle, Gaslight down, and then we lose to Zubat. I think there's almost no major battle in this game that we're gonna win with Transformed. Ditto is supposed to be a support Pokemon, never your main Pokemon. So
ഞാൻ ചെറുതല്ലേ I would be assuming any sort of
since I blacked out during random fights so much early in the run. Look, even if I could magically get to Bugsy with Struggle right now, I have no doubt that I would lose. So I think that grinding now until we can struggle our way through the
അളിയ സോറി സ്ട്രീമിന്റെ ഇടയിലായതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ ചാറ്റ് ഇടയ്ക്ക് വെച്ച് ഇങ്ങനെ ഇട്ടത്. ഞാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത് ബേസിക്കലി കോവിഡ് പാൻഡമിക് സമയത്ത് ലൈക്ക് എനി സോർട്ട് ഓഫ് പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് ദാറ്റ് ലൈക്ക് അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഞാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്. ലൈക്ക് ഞാൻ കോവിഡ് ഷിറ്റിലല്ല ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്, ഞാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച കോവിഡ് സമയത്ത് വിട്ടത്. കാരണം ദേ ആർ ടേക്കിംഗ് അഡ്വാൻറ്റേജ് ഓഫ് ദ മാർക്കറ്റ് റൈറ്റ്. കാരണം ലൈക്ക് ഈവൻ ഫോർ ഓർഡിനറി തിങ്സ് ലൈക്ക് ടോയ്ലറ്റ് പേപ്പർ ആൻഡ് സാനിറ്റൈസേഴ്സ് like people made a big fuss, so maybe a product from that time, something that was not useless, not useful at all, but then kind of worked in favor because the environment was adaptive, or at least adaptive അല്ല ഞാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച വാക്ക് ഞാൻ കളയുന്നത്. ഞാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച മനസ്സിലായല്ലോ.
Doing this grind, going to be a weak late. I think I'm gonna have to just hack in rare candies, or this video is never going to get done. Especially with Canadian Thanksgiving coming. I have plans there. Here's the problem. That will make the run faster, but it'll also make the run harder. That doesn't sound like it makes sense, but I will explain. See, in Gen 3 and onwards, this would not be an issue, because I'll for sure max out my effort values. I might come quite short of our set experience limit, in fact. Although rare
How the
has growth walls in level 100, we won't have good enough stats to win. Now, first of all, even if I did get my stat experience pretty high, I still might just not win. I understand that not every Ditto is gonna have good enough stats to beat Lance at the end of this. This is a really bad Pokemon.
I mean, true ആണ് കാരണം ആദ്യത്തെ 3 ആഴ്ചയിൽ 12 million copies വിൽക്കുന്നതെന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ it's a very world record breaking stuff. It's a product, right? I wanted to say Elden Ring first, but then I was like, okay, you're doing a marketing assignment. I would suggest doing some products. But these are also consumer products, so I don't see why not.
Because, you know, I kind of want to make videos for you.
My bad. Bye.
And there's nothing fun about you guys not getting a video and this. I took no days off last week to get my work done and still feel massively behind. Mostly because of this Ditto run being so brutal. Past the second
അല്ല എന്നെ കിൽ സ്റ്റീൽ ആയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു.
I'm willing to spend extra time to get it, but probably from level like 35 onward, we'll see if that works out in the long run. Cross your fingers for me. So here I am at level 21 using Struggle against our rival. Now this was basically a perfect fight, other than us getting crit once, but we still lose. Yeah, the crit didn't do us any favors, but I think we'd still have lost without that anyway, so it doesn't matter. We were one hit away from getting a win, so I think there are a couple more levels to do the trick. First try in the book, this was so we're obviously going to get stuck. Taking out Metapod and I figured we would get this. Letting us win this can't believe we got a first try on a struggle. Well, that lands us in level 20 as expected. It goes perfectly fine now that we have a finish. I mean, we've been stuck here forever. So next up, we have the normal gym and the ghost gym. I kind of think that the ghost gym might be easy since Struggle is supposed to doesn't really have good defense. Gotta get over. And that goes into it's easy, but how am I gonna beat Miltank? It's for sure just gonna outkill us with Miltank. Maybe we have to get off and take it out. Our first hit didn't do much damage, and that was a crit. I don't think I'm close to winning this fight at all. We might need to seriously.
Unity പറയാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ.
And even after a bunch of tries, we never managed to get built in below half of its health. Alright, start making your guesses on what level we're going to for this thing.
Ah, fuck, how?
Maybe level 4. That's right. Well, we worked out on this one, that's for sure. Roll this one.
Sorry for the people in chat. I know these are incoherent ramblings at this point, but yeah, I'm just trying. Unreal West. Aliya Fortnite. The stream കാണുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ കൊള്ളാം. Which I don't think you're doing. I hope you're studying, but you're not.
And super slow text box every single round of the fight. Pretty much all transformed.
Okay, basically, ideally a case study on the rise and fall. Ideally, every AAA game that disappointed is a good option, right?
They have got high. I have a good feeling about it, and I hope I'm not wildly wrong. Hey, While we're traveling there, though, it's a great time to talk about this video's sponsor, Chimera. The fall sale's going on right now, so it's a great time to pick up some stuff to get in shares. It's starting to get a little bit chilly up here at night in Ontario, Canada. So I'm going to recommend I'm literally around them right now. They're right this way. They're both the ultimate around-the-house comfy pants, and also they keep you nice and warm outside without looking weird. Plus, real deep pockets. I'm a big fan of deep pockets.
അളിയ ഞാൻ പണ്ട് മുതലേ ബിഗ് ബ്രെയിൻ ഐഡിയസ് തരുവളിയാ. എനിക്കറിയായിരുന്നു റൈസ് ആൻഡ് ഫോളും കൂടെ പറയാൻ പറ്റിയ നൈസ് ആയിരിക്കും. അതൊരു കേസ് സ്റ്റഡി ആയിരിക്കും. ഹൗ ടു ആൻഡ് ഹൗ നോട്ട് ടു. ഈസി ഈസി. എന്നെ ബിസിനസ് സ്കൂൾ പ്ലീസ് എന്നെ എടുക്കൂ, എന്നെ പിടിക്കൂ, അഡ്മിറ്റ് മീ. Oh wait, that came out wrong weirdly, but I meant as admit. Fuck. മരിച്ചു.
10% off your order and to let them know that I can. Let's go. Did not go great. I guess it's not great. House is missing a lot, but we got hit by cursor a lot and really did you see the damage we did to Gengar? A few levels and I bet you can this. Okay, 3 levels later and we have this hilarious run where they not only never hit first, but they just whip with hypnosis of every time. I guess in fairness, they don't Hey, I'm just happy the fight wasn't long. So we're back on the road and we have the fighting gym, steel gym, and the ice gym. Well, we're normally the fighting gym is probably going to go awful, and the steel gym is bad enough on a good day, but on a bitter run, I think it could be Mareep levels of run. The ice gym, though, I'm not really too worried. Yeah, it's the 7th gym, but his team kinda sucks. Now, in the fighting gym, I could always just get lucky. They miss a lot. But in the steel gym, it's gonna be ruthless. I could see us not winning that fight until we're like level 50. Steelix has the highest defense in the game. I decided I and also so that I could go instead of the I'm sure you noticed in the footage, but yeah, we're still using Screw. If you thought Transformer didn't work in Travel before, it really doesn't work in Rock and Knight. What are we supposed to transform? Coffin or Zuba? Using Struggle is better than transforming into a Coffin to do 1 damage smog beams. Now there's actually a trainer down here who's on his own Ditto solo run, and he's a required fight. If you go in here without Struggle, then you transform into each other forever. I know that a lot of trainer fights in this game are probably nearly impossible with Transform, but they're still mostly technically possible.
Yo.
Crit every move, they missed every move. It would never happen, but on paper it's possible. The Rocket Hideout, on the other hand...
Invention cape.
No, there's
Wait,
no such thing as
are they giving back capes?
And every time
Okay,
you transform,
that's
you
kind
just
of
get
nice.
5
അത് പുതിയ
power
ഇത് വന്നു
points
കാണും
back.
അല്ലേ?
Literally unwinnable in a solo Ditto run unless you use
എന്താ
Struggle. The funny thing is, in the room before the Ditto trainer, Lance automatically heals your team, including your power points. So if you don't bother to leave right out of power points and come back, you fall into the Ditto trap. And then you gotta just turn the game off and on and hope you saved recently. Okay, well with that place done, I go straight after the ice gym. Yeah, I got 0 confidence in how these gyms are gonna go anymore. Seal goes fine, but we hardly hurt Dugong despite a pretty big level lead. Maybe like 5 more
Dugong
levels
level
this
up
fight goes decently, but how bad
What? How many? 43 worship or so.
Like if I did that little to Dugong, what am I gonna do to Steelix? Oh wow. Level 48 and I'm still losing to the Ice Gym? Yeah, there was a crit, but we still couldn't have beaten Piloswine even if we took out Dugong. I'm really starting to second guess on what level I thought we could win most fights at. This Dugong isn't normally that much of an issue for us. If we do this little to Dugong, then there are a lot of other equally tanky Pokemon that I need to worry about that I wasn't worrying about before. So I tried leveling up and doing the fight again once per level. I guess technically the first win was at level 53, but as we got the knockout, we got taken out by recoil damage. Well, I have HM Pokemon, so the game lets me win, but normally on a draw you lose, so I'm just gonna do the fight again. Level 54, and here I was thinking I'd probably win, but nah, I still just lose all the time due to Blizzard. It's brutal. We never have issues with the Ice Gym. This is such a rare problem. It's not even attack drops from Aurora Beam making us too weak. We are too weak from the start. Okay, level 58, and I still lose every time. Yeah, I got a draw at level 53, but ever since then, the best I've been able to get is more draws. This is kind of crazy. Okay, well, I need to level up like crazy for the Steel Gym and Fighting Gyms anyway, so let's just level up. Okay, an entire 10 levels from when we got our first tie, and we finally got our first win, mostly due to his own bad move choice. I guess the Fighting Gym is next? This one is gonna be awful. Oh, well, I was wrong to worry. I lost the first try at the Fighting Gym thanks to Dynamic Punch confusing us, but on the second try we beat him easy. That move only has 50% accuracy, so it doesn't take too many tries to get it to miss. So, the Steel Gym. Right away we're at level 65, because at level 63 we couldn't one-shot the Magnemites, and we just lose to getting paralyzed and thunderbolted a million times. Even then, this is rough. I kept trying to fight until Irontail missed a few times, but the real thing keeping us from winning is her Hyper Potions. I've got a few attempts that were kind of close, but we would need really good luck to win this. I tried a few more times at level 70, and although we kept losing, we had this run where we ended up landing a crit right at the end to get a knockout that we really needed. Level 70 is usually what we're at by the Elite Four, not the Steel Gym. Next up is Radio Tower. I was kind of worried about this place. I thought it would be annoying because we'd get poisoned a lot, but it wasn't that bad. Mostly because we're more than triple the level of a lot of the Pokemon that trainers are using here. It's incredible. The only real fight in this place is the rival battle, and I'm kind of thinking it's gonna go fun. Let's find out. Well, we had to get at least a little bit lucky, but it did end up being a first try. By the end, we were just above red health, so it's probably a sign that we're not ready for the next part of the run. All that's left is the Dragon Gym and another rival fight before we're at the Elite Four, but I've been dreading this Dragon Gym. I've beat this game quite a few times now. You've watched it quite a few times now. And one of the single most annoying parts of any gold run is if we're not strong enough to one-shot the Dragonairs. And, you know, I'm sure we won't be. Yeah, Thunder Wave has a 25% chance to miss when the AI does it in Gen 2, but all three of them have it, so we're just never going to get past them without getting paralyzed. And I don't see us winning like that. I guess wish me luck? So the Dragon Gym goes absolutely awful, and for the exact reason I thought, getting paralyzed. Thunderwave actually missed, but Thunderbolt paralyzed us soon after. The problem is that we can't one-shot Dragonair like we do in the other runs. They don't hurt us very much, but they get a lot of hits in, so it does wear us down after a while. Plus, we end up taking a lot of recoil damage. That becomes a real problem. I'll get a Quick Claw so that maybe we can sometimes go first in spite of paralysis, and then I'll keep leveling up and trying the fight. As I leveled up more, I realized that this fight probably isn't going to be a win until we can one-shot the Dragonairs. And considering we're almost level 80 and aren't coming close, am I going to need to be near level 90 to beat the Dragon Gym? You know what, this is probably a stupid idea because it's going to lower our stats a ton, but maybe we have the health to get away with it. Can I win this fight by using Transform and using their Dragon Breath? Okay, so check this out. This is my best of 8 tries. Every single time we just end up getting paralyzed early, so I kind of want a berry to help us with that, but they get so many chances to paralyze us that I don't think it's actually going to help us. Plus, we need this Quick Claw. Our Transform gives us a speed tie with her Dragonairs, so it's random who attacks first. You know, until we get paralyzed, then we always attack second unless the Quick Claw kicks in. We do one-shot the Dragonairs with Dragon Breath though, and we could two-shot Kingdra. I just never got that far. I only got to Kingdra once doing this. I could see a win this way being possible, but I would have to get absurdly lucky. We would either need Quick Claw to activate a lot, or to just not get paralyzed and win a speed tie every single time. In fact, I'm not sure what requires more luck. Winning this with Transform or without Transform. I'm gonna keep leveling up a bit more and keep trying with Transform. Maybe more health will do the trick. Well, First try at level 85, and the Thunder Wave misses, and then we attack first 3 times in a row to take out all of her Dragonairs without getting hit.
എന്താണെന്നറിയില്ല
Kindra was a
കാലാവസ്ഥയാണ്
lot scarier and took out half of our health in 1 Dragon Breath, but we hit twice and got the win. We actually won a major fight with Transform, and we only needed to be our level 4. Back on the road again. The only things left are the rival fight, the Elite 4, and then Champ. Well, I can already tell that without a doubt we're gonna need to be a max level, obviously. Also, I'm looking at the first Pokemon of the Elite 4 and the Champion, and Transform probably isn't gonna get us any easy wins. I mean, turning into a Water Onix against Lance would be real cool, but Lance also has Thunder, so that's a death sentence. I think we really are gonna have to try and beat the rest of the run just using a level 100 Ditto using Struggle and probably a Quick Claw. What a weird run. Let's go finish it. Okay, so I'm sure this fight looks easy, but that's only because I'm cutting out 15 levels of me constantly hitting ourselves in confusion and getting paralyzed. Yeah, if we aren't level 100, then we can't one-shot Magneton, and that's assuming we even get that far. Once we're at level 100, it's a first try. Now that we're at the Elite 4, let's take a look at the stats. I mean, the stats are decent, but considering that we're only using Struggle, it's not as good as it looks. Plus, there's no way that we maxed out our stat experience, so this isn't as good as it could be. Is 265 gonna be enough health to survive the longer fights with recoil? I hope so. Make your final guesses on if we can win this or not. Let's do this. First is Psychic Trainer Will. So this is a first try, and although it started alright, I was quickly getting worried. We're taking a lot of damage just from all the recoil from Struggle. I was starting to worry about if we'd need crits to win this, when we ended up surviving the whole fight with only 6 health left. I'll be honest, I'm second guessing how possible this is. Second is Poison Trainer Koga. Now, this one should have been easy, but we still found a way to almost lose it. Minimize once, and it made us miss 3 times in a row. Thankfully, I had a Poison Cure Berry to stop Toxic, and he switched to using Sludge Bomb, so we just had to tank a few hits before we could finish him off. Overall, Koga was the easiest fight we had to fight. Third is Fighting Trainer Bruno. This one took a good surprise with the Cross Chop taking us out, but it's a move that missed pretty often, and that's the only real fight. So as soon as it missed, we had a close but sure victory. That was alright, but I think the next one will be worse.
round on one.
Is Dark Trainer Cameron. This one is a nightmare because literally every single attempt, Umbreon gets us with Sand
How
Attack
did
at the start.
he?
So we have a 25% chance to miss with Struggle. That leads to situations like this one, where we just miss 4 times in a row and keep getting hit. It's not like she's even fighting well. Her Gengar used Spite twice. It's a good thing she did, because in some tries she uses Curse, and that's a fight ender right there. It's just that we'd miss so much, it's unreal.
You ready to engage off 4?
We for sure have enough health and attack to win the fight. We just need better accuracy luck. In the end, it took an insane 24 tries, but eventually, through luck of hardly missing and not getting crit, we were able to win an incredibly narrow victory. We won every Elite 4 battle.
10 seconds left.
How are we ever gonna beat Lance? Finally, the Pokemon Champion.
5 seconds left.
First try was a disaster, with us beating Water Onix easily just to get halted by a Dragonite paralyzing us. Okay, well, I don't have any berries for that, so I just have to keep trying until Thunder Wave misses. Considering there are 3 Dragonite, that might be a lot of Thunder Waves. Well, I missed 3 times in a row, and 4 times in a row, with a 25% chance to miss, and that was just during today's work. I needed them to miss like 4 or 5 Thunder Waves to get past them, and then we can see if the rest of the run is winnable. Oh, it can't take too long, right? Okay. I need you to see this, and I need to explain every single detail of it. First Dragonite beats us on a billion attempts, but on this one we crit and it missed Thunder Wave, so we took it out early. The second Dragonite took us out 500,000 times. You know, whenever we survived the first one. It also got crit and missed Thunder Wave, so we got past it. We haven't been hit a single time yet, and this is all recoil damage, by the way. Next is Aerodactyl. who usually hits a hyper beam that dooms us if we get to him, which is rare, but this time we crit yet again to get a one-shot. I've never crit that Aerodactyl before, not in this run at least. After that is a Charizard whose Flamethrower dropped us to too low of health to win, the 3 other times that I have gotten to the Charizard. That's when we landed another critical hit to one-shot him. We only had 85 health left, and we still have not been hit in this fight. Last is the final Dragonite, and the only 3 times I've gotten this far before, I had red health and lost. That's when we landed another crit. He hits us with Outrage, we land one final struggle, and we
The bomb
both
diffuser has been successfully
faint.
deployed. Diffuser located.
You know how many
Protect the
tries
bomb.
this
Disable
took?
the diffuser.
You couldn't
Mission
possibly
failed.
get.
All friendlies
You
were
couldn't
eliminated.
possibly get. You can write it in the comments, but you won't get it right. You want to know what the answer was? 128. It took 128 runs, but even on one where I was an absolute crit machine and didn't take a single hit until the Dragonite at the end, we still didn't have enough health to make it. I think that even with perfect luck, our Ditto is just too weak to make it. If I had maxed out the set experience or gotten like perfect IVs, then I bet we could have just barely squeaked out an arrow win. But I'm not the right man for that job. This video is already a week late. Sorry about that. And that's how the story
Friendly
ended
drone
originally.
deployed. Op 4 is
But
reinforcing
you're hearing the
its
voice of
location.
Midribread the next day now. The next day after the video went up. And, no, it was a lie. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna ad-lib all of this, because I
10
don't know,
seconds
I
to
need to
go.
talk about it, and I'm very sorry that this video is gonna end on a somber note. But,
Insertion in
I
5
don't know.
seconds.
I've never seen a YouTube video this way before, and I just feel like this is the right thing to do right now. That fight did take 128 tries. But what I didn't tell you at the time was that I had started save stating between each individual one of the battles, and what I was counting was each try until I was able to progress to the next Pokemon. I only started doing that after I spent almost the entirety of a day on doing legitimate attempts at the battle, the same way that I showed you how I did it. I say attempts at the battle. You hold the A button, the turbo A button, it's a struggle thing. But after trying it over and over and over, I decided that, okay, I'll do that. And the reason why I decided that, I kind of wasn't thinking about it like, I was thinking about it in terms of like, how do I word it without swearing? I was, I guess, being lazy at work. I was half-butting it. I don't want to swear. I know that some kids are watching this, and I want them to learn this lesson too.
Claymore's ready.
Look, when you tell a lie and it's eating you up, even if you know that there's going to be ramifications, like, it's been 24 hours and no one's caught that I've done it yet, but I feel really bad. Like, I didn't think about it at first. It didn't feel to me like I was lying to anyone. It felt to me like I was being lazy at work.
Stay
Oh
clear
my
of the
god, it's already a
blast!
week late, and it's taking so long. I've put in all this time and all this effort, and I'm just gonna... I put in the attempts, I put in the fight and everything, I just lied by omission on the one thing, and God, I didn't think about it at the time, but I look back on it now, and like, I read comments of people saying like, wow, that was a really lucky fight, that was really cool. And like, God, I just, that's kind of when it hit me, when I realized like, oh no, there's people who take it really seriously. And like, to me, the challenge videos are like a fun, goofy thing. I use like rare candies, and I tell you that I use
diffuser
rare
has been
candies. And I
recovered.
use speed up, and I tell you that I use speed up. And stuff like that. And this is kind of like a goofy thing. I'm not sending it to some kind of speedrun board or anything like that. And so I guess I don't take it super seriously. In that moment, I kind of realized that wasn't the right thing to do.
15 seconds.
It wouldn't have mattered at all. I've lost a bunch of challenges. I
10
lose
seconds
challenges all the time, but with the video coming out late and everything, I'm kind of afraid of disappointing people, and And that was really stupid because when,
Time limit
like,
reached.
sure, I get some comments that are like, oh my god, why didn't you try harder? I was getting comments on this video saying why didn't I keep trying, why didn't I try harder? Like, it's like, man, you don't even know how crazy the odds are to get that, because it's the one time I didn't do it legit. Man, I'm sorry.
Wait, what the fuck?
I hate lying. I'm not really a big lying guy, and I get really upset when people lie to me, especially about really petty stuff. And this wasn't worth lying over, like, at all. There's no personal gain in it. My videos don't do better when I win or anything like that. I didn't get anything out of it. I just was... I was kind of afraid of disappointing you guys, and I realize now that I guess I've disappointed you a lot more by doing this. And if I shut up, then maybe people won't know that I did it, and maybe I can just, like, move on and never do it again, and, like, maybe that's
10
okay.
seconds before insertion.
But, like, I don't know if I can just sit around
5
knowing
seconds
that I
before
lied about
insertion.
something. I guess, like, it's still really minor, because it's, like, Pokemon and whatever, but you guys put a lot of trust in me, and I just keep saying that I'm really sorry. I know that, like, some parents watch this with their kids, which is crazy to me, because I've never really thought of this as a kids channel, but for those of you who do, and those kids watching, please don't be afraid to tell the truth, even if you think that you might get in trouble for it, because I do think I'm going to get in trouble for this. Some people will stop watching and that will hurt me financially and everything, and I got a family to take care of, and I'm sure that just hearing that I did lie about this for a day, about exactly how I did those attempts, that's gonna disappoint some people. I'm really sorry. I'm not good at lying. I feel super uncomfortable with this whole thing, and I've just been pacing around my house for like the last couple hours after it kind of sunk in what I did.
Fucking hell, in the recoil day.
It's not that big of a deal and everything, like, it's just Pokemon,
Wait,
it's
what?
just Pokemon, but like, no, it's not about the Pokemon, man.
Dude, what the hell? Damn. Let's see. No. Let's see. Oh, even that Zanny's പുതിയ video വന്നു. So I guess maybe that. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll watch something else.
Seconds of logos.
Before Rome. Before Babylon.
Who gives a duration?
Before the pyramids. There was Kandak.
I see this movie. We went to the Themis Kardashian school of ancient kernel of truth, but overwhelmingly fake places.
Akhton's real goal was to forge the crown of Sabak.
You would be forgiven for thinking this is a sequel. The movie is just catching you up to speed on the previous film, but no, this is just an insane wall of narration flashback-ation assaulting you in the first 2 minutes.
If infused with the powers of the 6 demons of the ancient world, it would make Akhton invincible.
God damn it, I'm already exhausted. Got another piece of goddamn artifact in a movie that needs the 14 glues of the monkey spank squeeze box to work.
To make the crown, he needed Eternium.
But to get Eternium, he needed to locate unobtainium, an element only found in the seas of your mother junction near Tickle Lake Matane. You guys are living in an oppressive regime. What world do you think this guy is getting rewarded? This kid who just reminded everyone who the real enemy is really thinks this guy is going to get rewarded, and is shocked, I say, when this guy gets killed. This dude's trying so hard.
Friendly drone deployed. Op 4 is reinforcing its location.
This kid steals the Eternium from the dude who just killed the guy who brought it to him. Then he runs over to the quarry and holds the Eternium up in some sort of ritual formation. All the moles down on the ground know what that means. They start cheering. Just burnt the 5 tones of the close encounter.
The Council of Wisdom.
10 seconds to insertion.
Magical guardians of the earth.
That seems super
ആ കോബ്ര കമാൻഡർ പോലെ ഇരിക്കുന്ന
5
സ്കിന്ന്.
seconds before insertion.
The crown had already been completed.
Oh, the fuck is that? Help! 1, 2, 3, help!
Found it a minute ago. The time passed. It feels like it's a minute or two. Not forged the crown and demons of the earth.
In the ensuing battle, the palace was destroyed, but the champion was victorious.
Sounds like a hell of a battle. Too bad we didn't see any of it.
And what do we have here?
In this case, the tell the story.
The wizards hid the crown of Saban so that it
the
would never
camera
again
ഒട്ടിക്കുക.
fall into the hands of man.
Find it. Figure out why the crown wasn't destroyed instead of hidden. I guess we needed a plot. This is the best you could do. Dropped in many films. Exact premise 100 times in the last 20 years.
Conduct was occupied by international mercenaries.
Are you still talking?
You have dropped the diffuser.
But
Friendly, last operator standing.
How?
the Black Adam continues in the 5 million years following the Great
One people, but then came the sector migration, and then the Melosian shift.
The legend says, whenever Conduct needs him most,
Fucking legends, curses, fables, magic, tunes, limericks, spoken word. This movie has it all. The text here says Intergang checkpoint sector 5 North Shivuka. And even after Wagra levels of
Op 4 eliminated all friendlies.
I don't know what any of this means. This text might as well read Celibate Warehouse, Region North Feelings. When the kid gets up off the ground,
It camera ഇപ്പോഴും ഉണ്ട്.
shows up in the middle of the pile that was
Ah,
out there a
okay.
few seconds
Quick
ago.
camera.
Also, the perimeter guard hits this kid. The kid goes to the ground. The skateboard takes a bit of a tumble. And is that a fucking gun? Whose gun is it? Nobody even addresses it. These guns are so common. They're like tumbleweeds.
If it's got wheels, it's a vehicle. Back to the line, mate.
Bring skateboards to cars. So wait, is the guard getting a notice about Adriana right now? Or is he just reminding himself who he's looking for? I find this scene would be 100 times better if he gets this notification before
Friendly
the
drone
vehicle
deployed.
inspection.
Op 4 is
Adriana
reinforcing
hiding
its
in the car
location.
and stop at the checkpoint. The surprises once again beat out actual storytelling. We get an image of a woman we haven't even met yet, followed by the reveal that she was in the car the whole time, and that's supposed to hit my movie watching G-spot. With nothing happening, movie resorts to showing us people sleeping, which is what.
ആക്ഷൻ ഹാർഡ് ബ്രേക്സ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ ഭയങ്കര സ്ട്രോങ്
Insertion
ആയിരുന്നു
in 10 seconds.
Now that I'm thinking practically about agents and agent
5
secondary
seconds before
gadgets.
insertion.
Explosion started.
Are you sure about this? The inscriptions we found up here.
So wait, the wizards hid the crown so that no one could find it, but left inscriptions that give people an idea of where to go. This movie is like a dumber Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Why did you start reading in the middle
Reloading!
of the
Cover me!
all around, above, and below what you were reading?
Their ultimate power was banished from the earth and hidden here.
Congratulations on finding the secret hideout of the terrible power we don't want you to use. If you can find it, keep it for yourself, go ahead.
This is going dark, Sarge. Stay clear.
Other things it could have said include
നമ്മുടെ ടീമിലായിരുന്നു.
nothing.
Coming right up.
Die
Swapping mag!
10 steps into the place would have been like, the hell with this.
His power.
And she has just started in the middle of the ancient text, like a mad person. What about the context? Regarding speak about his power. The line,
Drone is ready to
dozen lines
go.
above this that you chose not to read.
Slave.
defeated the king. The legend was true.
Op 4 last operator
Because
standing.
stone doesn't mean it's true.
ഞാൻ എന്താ ചെയ്യണം?
The Bible says the king down
What the hell? How?
It's hidden for all eternity. Not pictured. A crown that is in hiding. She falls.
Diffuser is active. Protected at all costs.
Hi, trailing target.
This
Op 4
guy.
eliminated.
I can't believe I'm losing to a guy with lag. What the fuck?
Oh, great! A superhero who already seems way too strong from the very start. Superman on steroids. Also, the movie rips off the shower of bullets
yeah,
scene from
puro.
Superman Returns. Imagine shooting this guy ineffectively for a full minute. and then
If I
reloading
could
him.
go back,
Let's do the trick. As the Rock destroys
I want to play some N64 games.
The
Shit.
one by one.
Is it so hard?
Wait, Black Adam uses his lightning power to create
ഓ ചെറുപ്പത്തിലൊക്കെ ടൂറാക്കും പെർഫെക്റ്റ് ആർക്കൊക്കെ കളിക്കാൻ എന്ത് രസമായിരുന്നു.
this mountain to kill a bunch of bad guys. Why the f did he need to do this? It's at this point the movie whips out the Rolling Stones' Paint It Black, which is the song that makes everything seem great no matter what. It's basically cheating. Other choices include Peter Gabriel's Salisbury Hill, Queen and David Bowie's Under Pressure, Sonic Youth's cover of Superstar, and giving Matt Damon a cameo. This section where Rock slowly flies through all the military mayhem and deflects all munitions that threaten him personally, that reminds me.
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
Oh, so we're about to find out that Eternian can hurt Black Adam. Basically kryptonite. The question now becomes, why didn't this army have no Eternian weapons that only
Ready for company.
at the very end of the battle when nearly all of them dead?
Down to 10 seconds.
Why did Fishman need to bring all the mercenaries?
5 seconds and counting.
Heading to welcome mat. Loading back.
Ishmael needs Black Adam for his plan. There's no way he knew that would happen. There's no
Deploying
indication
mobile
it was even
cover.
on his radar. So why didn't he just put a couple slugs in Adriana and run off the ground?
Basically a tornado with a 167 IQ.
Sounds delightful. But please tell me you found someone who can pack a punch.
Every time Carter tells Waller about one character, he's like, yeah, that's great. But you know what? You really need someone who has such and such power. Carter's like, I'm just telling you the team yet. Well, the God, we finish. All in service of the full character bio sequence that adds nothing to these movies.
It takes magic to fight magic, and the man's got nearly god-level powers.
As we hear this said about Kent, we see Kent wave his hand and a gold helmet appears.
Are you sure they can take it?
Swapping back!
Except he can't. Strong for any cell to hold him. This movie is just over 2 hours, and it's because of the stupid-ass dialogue like this. I gotta be 5 times.
This is kind of bullshit. How?
Because they said the name of the thing. But in reality, I'm just very exhausted by this film. I'm sad that we're only just now barely 1/4 of the way through.
Is this entirely made out of nth metal?
Everything down to the screws.
So, nth metal is now a thing?
Mission critical. Bomb diffuser activated.
Wait, what?
He's called Black Adam, and we know more about these chodes than him at this point. You know, like Ant-Man, Captain America, Civil War. We started taking it seriously once they ripped off the X-Men jet taking off on the grounds of Professor X's mansion. They put this
Diffuser
guy who's
located.
definitely over
Disable
6
it.
feet tall. Also, how the fuck did they drive Ted Adam back to this house? Are they not driving him?
1 op 4 remaining. One friendly operator remaining.
Why the fuck did he do that back at the mountain?
Good.
This is the first
Bomb
time she's
defused.
translating
Mission
this.
failed.
Why the fuck did Black Adam chat with him a bit? This asshole has a copy of 3 Ninjas and fucking Left Behind in his VHS collection. Somehow, this guy with terrible taste also has Casablanca.
Prove your strength. Destroy your enemy and all he cares about.
Are you unaware of the concept of people being enslaved or oppressed by a stronger power? I know you aren't, because you're either the kid we saw get the powers at the beginning of the movie, or you're someone else, part of that society back in the day. Why do you think these people can take care of their own problems? I want to know how this asshole dug a fucking tunnel through the floor down into what looks like an air conditioning vent. Is the movie saying
Be ready
the
to
air
engage
vent
Op 4.
is in the floor that leads down to the floor below?
Camera feed up and running.
Same setup again.
Oh, so I guess this movie is like a remake of T-2. This kid playing John Connor teaching the Terminator how to say "Hasta la vista, baby."
My point is, you could be famous.
10 seconds to insertion.
Doorway trapped.
Are lunchboxes still
Clear
a
up
thing?
left.
Is this the 80s?
5 seconds and counting.
Sell these off to yard sale barons?
Activating camera. Deviant deployed to the...
I guess the part of Doctor Strange was played by Pierce Brosnan in this movie.
They're going to fuse this door.
Predate Doctor Strange. The point is not who came first, but how tired
Send in cops.
they get excited about any of them anymore.
You around to give advice.
These two sound like quite the pair with a rich history. Too bad I have to hear about their relationship through half-assed exposition.
Bad plan is better than no plan at all.
Actually, this is patently false. No plan at all. Doing on-site kick, but sending out fourth-string wide receiver Hank Baskett as part of a Is this supposed to be a Black Adam movie or a new Suicide Squad disguised as a Justice Society film? This is like watching that Batman assault on...
If he's so powerful, how are we supposed to stop him?
If we can get him to say the word Shazam.
Jesus Christ, this is a Friends cartoon from when I was a kid, but I had to get Mixel to say his name backwards in order to defeat him. I see that every time Tef Adam has a flashback, it's just going to tell us the exact same thing over and over again until it's ready to reveal it. At the right moment, this kid steals a military radio and sends a false message and then gets chased around the city by inept dickhead.
Mission critical. Bomb diffuser activated.
Technology.
Last operator standing. All friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.
Slap in the face. Did you see all the skateboarding you did to get here? What was she doing to keep the pace? This movie is also like while it's cool that Black Adam is stopping all these bullets with his hand, why bother? You can stop them with his if you want it. Movie waste time with the good, the bad, and the ugly parody. Seeing that Teth Adam is in no danger of dying like Eli Watt, I don't see what this is supposed to accomplish for us. I mean, whether he's a quick draw or not doesn't mean here.
Fade now, take the lead.
Listen, you two hang back till we call you.
The most powerful being anyone has ever faced will not require our whole team just yet for some reason.
We're the anvil, you're the hammer.
Awesome! Sounds great. Wait, the anvil is just the thing the hammer slams against. You might think you were the first wave, but you're just the preamble. You just plop down there. Then the hammer does the real damage. My point is that this is a bad analogy.
Force is always necessary.
What does that even mean, though? I see some DC characters don't give a shit about fighting in the streets even after Man of Steel's horse shit. Didn't Hawkman just save two awful bad guys from falling to their deaths a minute ago, talking about due process? Now he's just gonna put innocent people in danger because the movie needs a fight scene? A couple of CGI characters fight each other in the sky for a bit. I don't know why Cyclops, 67 IQ, and thinks that surrounding Adam with all these metal rods is going to contain him, especially with what she's seen. But it's probably such a high-level play that I can't understand it. Discount Deadpool. This guy I barely understand unleashes an attack I barely understand that somehow causes massive pain to the Rock that I barely understand. Atom Smasher temporarily subdues Teth Adam with this move, so yeah, I can totally see why Carter didn't want him in the battle at first. Makes total sense. Running on someone's balls.
We have been living under military occupation for 27 years and never seen you before.
This might hit a bit harder if the movie leaned into it, instead of only paying it lip service.
I am so sorry. Was that expensive?
Is Atom Smasher basing his entire personality on Tom Holland's Spider-Man? Movie continues the sad Hollywood tradition of underusing Jaimon Hansu.
Let me teach you some history that you've never learned in one of your mother's classes.
You know, it was my own personal stall tactic, so Kareem could sacrifice himself to distract
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
Okay, great. He found a clothesline to sit down using a skateboard earlier. I don't remember seeing any clothesline going across an entire section of open space. There were clothes hanging on the railing. Not these convenient zip lines.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds and counting.
The situation.
What device?
This entire sequence reeks of Endor dispute, but also seems to be a lazy copy of the alien attack vehicle. And I think the sin is ultimately for the derivativeness and schlockable.
Throwing alarm!
Cyclone, what are you waiting for?
Probably for your signal. The last mission required them to sit on the ship with their thumbs up their asses until told them otherwise.
Nothing up for diversion.
That made all the difference.
Laying out the welcome mat.
I guess we can blame Atom Smasher for not keeping his hand gesture to a minimum. Flying to his shoulders in the first thing running from Black Adam uses alien nos, and that has to be a nod to The Rock's appearance in the rundown. For no good reason at all, the movie makes it seem like Black Adam finally caught up to and saved him on, only to pull the rug out and show you that he didn't for no good reason.
The champion's coming for you. You know that, right?
I'm counting on it.
You are? But for him to follow you, it required him to smash through this building. What happened to Jesus. I mean, damn. Anyway, so the nanobots inside Cyclone that turn her into Doom can also take care of bullet wounds and save Adriana's brother? Amazing that the evil scientist injected you with the multi-purpose nanobots that can do anything a script tells them to do.
Suppose they didn't have doors in your day? Of course we did.
1 Op 4 remaining.
God damn it!
He is out of mind. In the desert. I can show
True to form, Teth Adam.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Goes back to tell Adriana about it. She knows where it is, and the problem is solved. So that he can keep doing Black Adam stuff without thinking of the consequences. Why does Hawkman bring the prisoners back to Adriana's apartment after Teth Adam nearly killed them a minute ago? Why not put them on the ship? Besides, I thought the Justice Society's main goal was taking Teth Adam prisoner, and the crown was only secondary. Oh, I know why. Because they're going to have a stupid fight that's going to lead to them finding the crown and Ammonsfruit. Great. Grand.
Heroes don't kill people. Well, I do.
This fight is edited in a weird manner, where the
Be ready to eliminate hostiles.
fight does to the wall.
Reloading!
Shelves full of DC references. We're not
Thank you,
safe at
Active.
all. Combatants.
It should be buried under the ocean for eternity. It's not far from what we had in mind. Or it could be like Jammer.
I care as much about these two measuring dicks as I did when Hobbs.
And you
10 seconds remaining.
Adam and Hawkman end up working together. To get their own shape.
5 seconds.
Electro sensor active.
Telling the comic relief that he wasn't going to die to be hit by electricity, but you didn't tell him he could change.
ready to
In fact, you acted like it's set in stone.
well done.
So you
Raise the
guys
wire
are
in
willing to take
position.
into this f***ing operation. I know she's Amon's mom and insisting to go, but you just say no, right? Whoa! How did Adriana and the Justice Society get down here so quickly? Black Adam just crashed through here seconds ago, and he had a huge head start.
Nobody has to die, we just want the crown.
Ishmael assumed he could lure Black Adam here, and somehow the crown would come along too, and that's exactly what happened. What if Ishmael got
Deploying barrier.
would have told him where the mine was? Would Ishmael have been able to leverage Teth Adam to find the crown? And how so?
Sensor on.
The kid is the
Let's
only
see
one
what I
who knew
can
where it
find.
was. This is a classic case of a movie arranging its plot to fit what it wants to do rather than anything that is remotely logical.
Believe me, nothing good will come from that crown.
The doctor told my mother just as I was being born.
And you have just given me everything I need to become the next king of Kandak.
Hey, Gumflap McGee, if you have everything you need, then stop talking and go be evil.
Barrier
Family
placed.
passed the knowledge on, you know, one to the next. Crown crafted by our
Skip!
How long we gonna be doing this?
If the answer is anything except 0 more seconds, I'm adding 5,000 sins, one for every year this story took to get told, rounded up to the nearest 1,000.
Harut was a true champion of Kandak. He was also my son.
Dun dun dun. Is this better now? Does this make all the difference? Oh, he's sudden thinner CGI Gary Johnson. They Chris Evans his ass.
The Wizards decided that he would be their champion. But after the champion's victories, the king went after what Harut loved the most.
Wait, what the? Was the king even still around after the champion was created? Did they have Mortal Kombat battles? Or was the champion picking people off Braveheart style in the middle of the night? Look at this whatever power. Why would the Wizards create a champion who could just give his powers to anyone he pleased? There's a vetting process involved. Why would you just be able to do this by saying one f***ing word?
The powers were not a gift from the Wizards, but a curse.
It's testing. The Wizards are just dead. By the way, I hate it. So the black suit just on its own. His kid was a champion. Adam's kid is killed and he gets sad. Sudden venom suit forms.
Down to
of its
15
own
seconds.
volition. That's fucking weird.
I said no matter who. That's why
10 seconds to go.
That's why I kill indiscriminately.
my son gave me.
5 seconds remaining.
But
Last operator standing.
Oh,
Time limit reached.
oh, എൻ്റെ മോനെ അത് W in many regards. Oh,
Title characters so that a powerful villain can show up.
okay, let's go. Ash, ഞാൻ എന്തായാലും ലെവൽ കൂട്ടി.
Don't black sight and
9 മണിയായോ?
location basically mean the same thing.
എനിക്ക് Apex കളിക്കണമായിരുന്നു കാരണം ഇന്നലെ ഞാൻ വലുതായിട്ട് കളിച്ചില്ല.
Fate seems startled, but no one seems bothered by basic gravity, which makes Slam all move forward suddenly, perhaps into the windshield even.
You know, they say the gods created us, but we're the ones who always wind up burying them.
What the f*** does that even mean? How many gods have you personally buried, lady? This is some truly dialogue.
They'll know how to deal with him. To keep him from regaining his powers. They'll keep him in suspended animation.
And he'll be in a state of bliss. And keep my mind from the circling sky. Tongue tied and twisted, just an earthbound misfit eye. Somehow the Task Force X has dozens of people that need to be in no-talkie water cells, but they keep them widely spread out in a super warehouse the size of Oklahoma that has too many huge-ass support beams and a floor that is covered in
Friendly
water
drone
for some
deployed.
reason. This is
Op
actually
4
the
is
stupidest
reinforcing
set I've
its
ever seen.
location.
You want to build this black site underwater in the Arctic so you can demonstrate the absolute use of space in the history of mankind.
According to mythology, the souls of the damned are sent to the rock of finality.
Do they smell what the rock?
10 seconds before
It's the
insertion.
only path to life.
You flip the ground upside down.
5 seconds before insertion.
Symbols is the position of the words life and death. Please go back to preschool story hour, you jerks.
He kidnapped Amon on purpose because he knew that Teth Adam would kill him.
I certainly hope he kidnapped Ammon on purpose because if he did it accidentally, completely different movie.
And he believed the champion's magic would send him to the rock of finality.
What was Ishmael's plan from the beginning, though? All he wanted was the crown. It was Teth Adam's plan. Because Adriana summoned the champion when she was held at gunpoint. Ishmael planned Let's proceed slowly! Plan to maybe steal the crown and summon the champion himself. If that's the case, was he sure that the champion would use the blue lightning on it? Because it could have one of those dudes being slammed up against a rock and dropped from the sky. There's no way that Ishmael knew any of the shit he did was going to happen. He cleared the path for him.
What the bloody hell is that?
Readout says the game is locked.
Light set. Cluster charge activate.
Seriously using a fucking flag.
And if you give me any of that, he can see all future strange bullshit.
Oh, let's go! Oh, no!
First time in 100 years. Now look ahead.
Oh my God, Dr. Fate was Tilda Swinton all along.
Teth Adam, I know you can hear me.
So Fate Dude sacrifices himself while calling Black Adam. Instead of just mind calling Black Adam before he
Down to one friendly.
Sacrificing no one. Why to this round? Why? Oh.
One op 4 remaining.
Now Teth Adam was such a badass. He had his Shazam powers. Lucky for the movie, he is. Teth Adam continues doing hand-to-hand combat, instead of ripping off the mask and yelling Shazam.
The world doesn't always need a white knight. Sometimes it needs something darker.
If only DC had this kind of knight that is dark to play with, maybe they'd have something there. Also, if Black Adam was a guy,
Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful.
do not justify the means. In this case, the world just needs a guy with your powers who can keep it in his pants. I don't know.
And the one in the oh, 1 HP clutch. Well played. As an elite skill, invitational.
No one will be needing this anymore. Hurry, Ex Machina. Of course, demons from the underworld are easily taken out via Cain. Hero sees his family in the afterlife and someone tells him it's not his time, cliche. This f***er is still underwater. I refuse to accept this as a point of movie tension. Worst negligence at this point. It sure is a good thing that Teth Adam knew exactly where he was in the ocean to zip over to Kahndaq in time to save all these people from the giant statue. Gotta hand it to him. He's got tremendous GPS. I'm glad Black Adam talked himself into awakening for the big finale, but where did the f***ing cape come from?
Let the fate of Kahndaq be decided by the true battle of champions.
And Hal has a more intimidating voice than this team. I do have to ding DC here for copying the MCU with the same versus same finale battle situation. Okay, slow motion skateboard kid in his own cape with a legion of Normans behind him with my new most hilarious film scene of all time. I'm going to add 5 scenes just to give me time to recover from that. This is utterly stupidly hilarious. Who can control it? I know Black Adam has learned some lessons, but I don't know what it means to control this power. We don't know enough about his rage to really know one way or another what kind of Herculean effort this might be. The movie is basically just going to say, yeah, he figured it out, and we're just supposed to be fine with that. After Black Adam tears Sabak in half, of course, all the underlings fade into nothingness, and it immediately renders the Kandaki fight meaningless. Be excited all you want, guys, but you didn't do shit. In fact, if it wasn't for Hawkman and Black Adam, it wouldn't have mattered if you killed every last skeleton in the place.
See you around, old friend.
Why does the helmet just leave? Why was he able to use it one last time? Missing out. Also, darkness, sure, but in the end, wizard power. Black Adam sits on the throne, but then destroys the throne, and I have no feelings here at all.
So what should we call you?
Ah, that old nugget. The old what should we call you? And the movie literally rolls credits with the name. Lovely. This movie is so creative. This might end up being one of the most infamous cameos of all time, but even so, it's still stupid.
It should be buried under the ocean for eternity.
Light him up.
എന്തോന്നടേ ഇത്? What is this?
This episode is sponsored by
വന്നോ Conduit വന്നോ? Nice. Legends Ignite.
You're not alone.
That's the name of the next
service that can help. If you've been waiting for a sign to prioritize your mental health in 2022 and beyond, this is it. BetterHelp is an online therapeutic resource that offers licensed professional therapists. You don't have to leave your house and sit in a waiting room.
Is this an ad? It's not an ad. Okay.
Just go to betterhelp.com/cinemasins, answer a few questions about how you're feeling, and they'll match you to the therapist who's right for you. Click the link in the description to get started.
1300 അല്ലേ?
Movies for us to finally get a flashback to Papa Toretto's racing days? This is some formative shit. This should have opened the second movie, maybe even the first, but not the ninth. This is the biggest problem with these movies. They just make up new shit and say, this new shit is now super important, like the sudden Toretto brother who shows up later in this movie. By Fast 10, it'll be revealed that Little Dom and Little Brian went to preschool together. They used to race big wheels for nickels during recess. And also they'll be related by blood, which Dom finds out when his long-lost real dad shows up. And also Dom will have 3 arms now, but it'll never be explained or acknowledged, and he just uses the 3rd arm to constantly hold a Corona.
Jack, you realize you got this in the bag, right?
When last we saw Rowdy Burns, he had short hair and was clean-shaven. But he's got long hair and a beard, and his last name is Hubbard. Holy shit, this is the tiny track. I raced my Hot Wheels on longer tracks than
finds a way.
This will be a thimble?
He's gonna come at you for that.
No shit. We've been talking about this number 23 car and what a dick he is for the last 3 minutes. What else is he gonna do?
We come in peace.
Roman knows that Dom
Congrats,
will
you
react
bloody
to
light.
car driving.
You just called him a beacon.
Why doesn't this family have a way of communicating with each other if they want to come visit? I mean, bring in all the president's men and stick a flag in a flower pot or something. Jesus.
We would have pulled fast.
Except you actually need phones in order to get phone calls.
Yeah, we wanted to ratchet up the tension for absolutely no reason, other than to show that Dom and Letty are serious about protecting their home, right down to a Rogue One hiding. You know that? Is there something in the transmission that allows you to know he only sent it to one place?
Dom, this is Blake. You're the mother of your child.
I'm glad you reminded me. Dom?
Bloody Joker over there. Knuckle cluster out.
I'll take one. Careful when you get hurt.
Philosophy of half the drivers in Nashville and making it smoothie.
Okay, we're gonna say.
The game is so non-existent that I'm actually wondering if in UHF, in the Rambo Carry scene, can't hit it, you still haven't found it, right? Man, Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to have the high ground. God damn it. I'm all in the military. Every bullet and later, every helicopter rocket. God. Get a better reason.
Clown there.
I've already forgotten where we are. will now force Roman to ask this navigate a minefield and survive, while the people with the best idea of where the mines are located are going to die themselves. Is he trying to There's never been a less tense scene than Roman getting out of this vehicle before it falls on a landmine. Actually called my aunt.
Data soon to follow.
Stand back.
Knuckle cluster firing. Juice to the shield.
Shields are recharging.
Because they didn't actually do anything wrong, and yet the movie thinks this is for self-policing your own kids, you dickhead movie. Now, where's this thing coming from? Isn't it all jungle? Because how did this thing gather in serious computer fight sequence from Return of the Jedi. Also, why yeah, you're right, Tom. Letting land on your car is way better than the ground.
Reach up.
Good
All
thing.
right, cover.
Aye, the ground. Also, this is notoriously fun, but it can be rarely used. Immediately after from below, make his little seconds. Right, when all this goes down.
That was Jacob back there, wasn't it?
Recharge shields.
Why would he show up out of the blue after 8 movies of doing nothing? That's absurd.
Are we supposed to drive across that?
Well, I said it not touch the bridge.
They don't even know what the stakes are. They don't even know what the stakes are. They're out. You man. I didn't even say anything. Eat my ass to the 10th power. Also, defeated your sharp sword. Can't quite explain why Letty's grunt here irks me so much. It's the fact that only afterwards are getting hit by a fucking missile. Okay, so I'll drive off the mountain, but that's still cool.
grenade.
You can send it in falling down. You'll have to make sure you catch me and lift them out from the outside.
I still see everything.
Where's the bridge?
Dom's about to do something insane.
Minimum knuckle sandwich.
Think about the alternative. Turned around.
Launching me knuckle cluster.
Hang on here. Just give me a minute.
Placing gas trap.
Okay, I think I'm ready to address with just... These assholes crash into a mountain and nothing happens. Again, when you asked us why we don't think any of this is exciting, it's because there's literally zero danger of anything they do. Dom contacted the guy from Fast and Furious 6 to help him out. I just want to know how they got off that.
I'd say eat my dust.
Flashback reveals that Jacob was also at the racetrack when he and Dom's father died. They could have simply introduced a character named Jacob in that opening scene, and they could have still made the surprise reveal that Dom had a brother. It wasn't the fact that the film already full. Way too many minutes of TV spin-off.
Odds remain on our side. We are halfway to victory.
It's nothing like this. This is one of those moments where I'm like, why didn't you write young Dom to be younger?
Stand back. Knuckle cluster's firing.
Grandma Tarkin's dad.
Heads up.
Shields
the dialogue. It sounds like it came from a 1990s cinematic movie called Head Games of Desire or Psychological Temptation. Stand worry.
Launching me knuckle cluster.
His character existed back then. So she can hack into a government.
Juicing me shields.
Recharging shields.
knuckle cluster. What is this stupid insult supposed to accomplish? Famous little brother moves the needle. Transformers and the holy indistinguishable from magic and expected a BJ for knowing it.
You're already dead, amigo. Tell you right now, I'm out.
Let's break down this one liner for recharging shields. We are in an underground space. This Romans charging this franchise as the Jews were saying.
Throwing thermite grenade.
Break Brian out. Looks like a knife. Now they don't start. Hi, by the way.
Alaya.
Gal, your soulmate. You've seen her drive for years. She's good at it, and that is not news to you, you dick.
You should have told me.
She deserved to know. Jacob's my brother, too.
Deploying throwing arc star.
It would have dropped the kid off on his way to the plane. Anyway, this Awkward Brian reference is awkward in so many ways and would take longer than we have to discuss them.
That's what we got from Mr. Nobody's plane.
If I had a nickel for every time they said Mr. Nobody in this movie, I'd have at least 4 or 5 nickels. The amount of nickels isn't as important as the amount of times they said Mr. Nobody, which is way more than 20 or 25 cents worth.
If you take Ares and upload it to a satellite, it'll spread like a virus. Then it'll be a matter of time before someone can control any weapon system. Traditional nuclear, stuff we haven't even seen yet.
That sounds literally impossible.
Deploying me knuckle cluster.
Variable for the lab rats.
Dropping the muzzle load. Copy of rolling.
The Ares prototype was recovered in Space Institute documents.
Why he didn't blow it up with Parallax? Decided not to reveal this information until later.
എടേ അത് കറക്റ്റ് വീണിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ 2 പേർക്ക് കിട്ടിയാണ്. മൂന്നാമത്തെ ആൾ കോസ്റ്റിക്കാ.
On an absolute whim, I grabbed this before I left. Turns out it was super.
I guess the tick damage hitting people.
No letting up till the job's done.
Dialogue!
Deploying me knuckle cluster.
God damn, this movie's exasperating. Thank God Don went to prison. Wow, they're working on lowering our star.
Kill baby. അതൊന്നായതേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഞാൻ ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യാൻ പോയി ടിന്നർ എടുക്കത്തില്ല.
You are the Apex champions.
Just take away their family. That's what you do.
Sounds like Jacob did a lot of that on his own, right? Can we stop with this Toretto family bullshit? For most people, taking away their family would be the worst thing. This isn't a Toretto exclusive. Corona, my favorite. You remembered.
How about you? How are you doing?
I realize people have to eat, but this is not a vacation, ladies. Time is of the essence. The Ares weapon is a real threat. The Mystic Portal awaits. This is so casual, it's infuriating.
Cowboys would make a run for the border to get away from the law. How Tokyo was his Mexico.
I don't even know if they were searching this particular area of Tokyo because it meant something to Han, but what are the fucking odds they'd see this flag? Also, Han sent a postcard with a picture of Mexico and a Tokyo postmark and expected
Escape the Matrix എന്നാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ
So why did
എഴുതിയിരുന്നത്.
Dom even think about this postcard when he saw Jacob's necklace in the Mr. Nobody transmission? If you're telling me the necklace reminded him of the postcard because there's a church on it, then you are the screenwriter of this film.
Dominic Toretto sent us.
Who's Dominic Toretto?
I can see why this guy doesn't know who Dominic Toretto is, but why is Sean confused? They raced each other at the end of Tokyo Drift, and then we saw them talking about Han in Furious 7. Even if Sean isn't confused, it takes the sting out of that joke completely.
Nice necklace, Queenie.
How the f*** did Dom know Queenie would be here? Does she steal from this place so often that it's a known haunt? This is the dumbest car chase ever. Here's a seasoned driver in a f***ing Noble M600 supercar. This thing costs hundreds of thousands of dollars and goes 0 to 60 in 3 f***ing seconds. The Batmobile is jealous of this car. This car chase shouldn't last more than 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Boy, it did go wrong with a crew this time.
led by an American.
Isn't it great that Dom knows so many people around the world and know everything about every single crime?
Ineptitude is the true killer.
Kind of France, who does he talk to? So let me get this straight.
Join me, fellow fighter.
Supercar owners,
Fight strong.
being held in a three-story Wayne Manor duplicate.
Be good sports and don't die too quick, eh?
Since my dad is head of state, it makes me a foreign dignitary. In this place, an embassy. Which means you just trespassed into my country and attempted murder.
I don't know if this is bullshit or not, but this long-winded explanation got tiresome as soon as he said sits. Regardless of embassy rules, I feel like this scene plays the exact same way. These movies really have become the Ocean franchise. The powerful son of the head of state calls Interpol to arrest Dom, and somehow it turns into Dom getting arrested by Cardi B and a bunch of supermodels. The reference Queenie is the reason behind it, and that's all you need to know, because that's how works.
Your boy Jacob biometrics are encoded to this gun. We have no trouble tracking him now.
Problem in the criminal underworld is people kept getting shot with their own guns, and they started adding biometrics to stop the trend. All biometrics ever do is make it Oh my god, that's so stupid! Here's the big reveal that Hans is officially back. Recharging shields. Bad guys in this alley. How did he know?
Like, you know, these are the kind of movies that you just watch without worrying about spoilers, because I don't see that. Oh, come on, they nerfed the R3 with this weak.
Right? I pulled Jacob's biometric signature off the gun, and the algorithm I've run says Jacob's team is right on top of us.
Wait, you're getting all that from the rest of fingerprints? Does the gun have facial recognition software too? Throw around terms like biometrics and algorithms. That has to be enough of an explanation.
But tracking chips follow the chip. Before we know it, we'd be chasing some expensive yet tacky jacket to the dry cleaners.
Sure. Biometrics. And the chips stayed where we were tracking. That would be better, correct?
What the hell, Jimmy?
Blaming Jimmy.
Say we had a big electromagnet center right around here. Wouldn't that disrupt all electronic signals?
Base. For conduit and abilities only.
He then says nothing else and gets in the car.
Ideally, that should be. What? How? Oh, headshot there.
That I don't understand. Stealing the Ares, his escape route is multiple zip lines across rooftops? Like, I understand getting out of the immediate area. Why isn't he in a car, or a car that can get caught by a jet bike? It's not that this sequence of Game of Thrones here, not knowing how to drive a car, is bad. It's great. It's just that it owes so much to sneakers. I'd like to know how Dom cut out the zip lining is on foot. Then you have to time it so that you make the subject. Sins of Dom missed Jacob. Man, this building has some shopping. That sounds like a tour bus coming to a stop right outside this window. Shrug. I will jump out and expect it to be there. No whammies, no whammies. Stop. Dom sees the speed and the distance it will travel in the time it takes him to jump onto a van going the other way. And tackle him. Takes off in a sports sedan. Good guys are in a huge van. The fact that this vehicle has a massive magnet wall is stupid. I can't argue with that, but this moment here where she recharging literally pulls the bad guy car to her vehicle with magnets through a building. Awesome. In this rare case, the awesome beats the stupid. But also, Ramsey potentially kills several shoppers and store owners.
I want 50 of the best men.
Why 50? Why not?
Baby.
Sky.
Star Wars character he is. It's as exciting as it is. Apparently Dom and the crew drove that yellow all the way to this facility, and not a single cop pulled them over on the way. If you have time to read
1v1?
No mission.
So can you get to the part where the car exploded and you're still alive?
Roman is correct. Yet the movie will allow Han to go through an entire movie's worth of backstory just to get to the part where he's somehow still alive. Quote on this movie is strong.
Actually, that's the most important part.
And by at first I didn't see it, I mean...
Turns out I wasn't the only one with recharging
But on the same night though?
It's what we had to survive.
Viper didn't survive, or like distant?
We became a family.
Oh!
No, how did I lose that? No!
Please tell me how something like Project Ares can be used for good. This movie is essentially sneakers, but with measurably more rat semen. This object can hack into anything it wants, unless you're planning on stealing from corrupt politicians to donate to Amnesty International. What's the sort of purpose of this bad?
Decker Chalk came calling.
This is some extraordinary bullshit. The movie pretty much fits. Still, if you drift, Han was doing DK because Han was stealing from him and his father. There's no way to coordinate DK finding out about that.
Team, brother.
Not. Also, this is being told recharging love story of the cell, popcorn, Tokyo, she died.
My dad.
Why not go into the country? Because you already have tossing thermite. Breathe it in. Man, did they choose a super obvious hideout?
You'll only get my fucking dad died.
This movie has done nothing to build up that tension about Jacob living in Dom's shadow other than people mentioning it.
But sadly, I have my curses. I am cursed for this existence.
Wrapped up, man. Doesn't matter where you place.
For people who you know what, I'm not going to continue with my train of thought there.
Gambling? Furthermore, Jack didn't do a very good job of throwing this race if he already had it in the bag. It's almost like you're already right for what happened in that race in this video. Pretty good at comedy.
The crowd loves you. They really love me.
Tej has been standing next to this electromagnet the whole time. Could have turned this on while Jacob gave all that backstory, and they could have taken all these people out. But no, wait until now, after Jacob's taken Ares and the DNA girl. So I know Dom punched
Don't let even. Mobility കൊടുക്കല്ലേ ഏജൻസിന് എന്നെ പോലത്തെ സ്ലോ ഏജൻസിനൊന്നും ഇത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല. ബുള്ളറ്റ് പ്രൂഫ് 1v1 നേടുന്നില്ലോ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലായിരുന്നു. It's regarding Valorant's newest agent, ISO. Guy has bulletproof shit. I don't know if it's a request shit. But anyways, apparently he can pull people into 1v1s with his ult, which is good because like post diffuse, post planറ്റിനൊക്കെ ഭയങ്കര യൂസ്ഫുൾ ടൂളാണ്. ആൾക്കാർ വെറുതെ സമയം കളയാൻ വേണ്ടി അൾട്ടിലേക്ക് വിളിച്ചോണ്ട് പോയാൽ മതി. I mean, it doesn't help that if you have a good gun, you can just one shot someone with a headshot, but it is very good. Like it's a very great utility player. He can get frags and he can, you know, waste time. Like I don't know if he's a duelist. I think he's a sentinel because he's very defensive. But yeah, this is going to be one of the better sentinels, I guess, after a long time. Who was the last sentinel? Deadlock.
Taking a break from this action, you say that the cops around this place don't seem to give a shit about
369, 2000 damage.
On waste time saying this line instead of opening the back half immediately. I mean, taking this car to space and surviving is crazy.
Get a little
Thinking
bum,
Sean and his
bum,
crew
bum,
modified this
bum,
car
bum,
for hours. Trillion sins for being so dumb that I almost...
ഓക്ക് പറന്നെത്തി.
What did he need Jacob for?
The crowd loves you, and they really love me.
The movie perpetuates the myth that cars are mattresses. Dom bumps the wrecked car to save Jacob, and then Mia climbs out to grab Jacob, further saving his life. And I know he's your brother, and I know someone on his team has usurped him and taken over the evil mission, but that does not make Jacob a good guy now. Let his ass bounce.
Tossing thermite.
He's trying to take over the world. God damn.
Where the fuck is my grenade? Fell now. I didn't get the assist for that.
The downloads are almost done.
Damn, I can't get to you!
But I can. Dude wanted the end of the world 3 minutes ago. Then his underling kicked him out of the evil club, and now he's a good guy? It's like Kim Jong-un's sister overthrowing him, and then him deciding, well, democracy now. America, here I come. Also, John Cena, despite being too evil, this movie is going to be one of the good guys next movie. Far from the Fast and Furious course. Rock was an antagonist before he was a protagonist. Jason Statham. Even Dom was the antagonist in the first movie and then became the leader. That's what this series does. Repeat, rinse, 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 repeat, repeat. Also, how the f is this guy in the right place at the right time? Ever since Mia let him go, he's been sad driving in another direction, probably thinking about highlights from the first 3 Rocky movies.
I guess 4 killing order, so it's not bad.
What's happening up there?
Do they really have radios that have this kind of range? Oh man, there goes HBO. Dom throws an explosive, gets down into the beast. The explosive somehow flips the f***ing thing over, and why didn't he just jump off? Does he need this vehicle anymore? They blew up the satellite and they have the Ares. What is this stunt even for? Meanwhile, Dom's in a vehicle that is flipping over and over rapidly. He can maintain his balance as he runs to the driver's seat.
Yes!
Why don't you just have them fight a predator in a car with lightsaber headlights and be done with it? What the f*** is Dom even steering? The f***ing front of this vehicle is on its side. You're an asshole for even suggesting Dom can control this anymore.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do this anymore.
Okay, this encounter just went full self-destruct. Timer hasn't worked. Still have to rattle off a few more sins, though.
Silence is unapologetic.
I haven't been this disappointed in a movie starring Vin Diesel that features failed remote drone warfare.
Each choice changes everything.
Simulator. Wasn't in the plane. Open-ass f***ing hangar. The least secure place an escaped criminal could have done this from. This is the hangar from Paris Hilton's infamous Hardee's commercial.
Lost you once. Don't let that happen again, okay?
And these guys really do value family above all else. This guy literally set the entire movie in motion by trying to end the goddamn world. Then, a biscuit later, hugs, and here's the keys to my car, and I love you, bro. This movie.
Pourquoi est-ce qu'on dirait des...
Tomcat comes down on the rock.
Point running.
Next. Wire reference. Wanted to share that with you, little jumper. Now let's go get an ice cream.
Everything I needed to know about this guy.
He did. Oh, Christ, we're doing
Need to recharge my
Wow, nice teammate. എന്നിട്ട് അങ്ങ് ഓടി നായ. Yeah, like all raids do. Saving. Come on, just kill him. Is it so hard?
Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode. We're coming up on the second full year of a time that's been difficult for so many people. If you're having a tough time this holiday season, there's an online therapy service.
What is this guy doing?
BetterHelp. therapy from the
I don't think
comfort
that's
of
how
your
you
home.
play
Right from the
Wraith.
jump,
I don't
those
play
session
Wraith and I
means
know how to
matching
play
with
Wraith.
your own licensed professional
What
therapist.
kind of
Some
insulting
yes,
to
some
play?
professional therapy that can help you
Yeah,
on your
you
journey
used your
to
face.
happiness. Go to
Yeah,
BetterHelp.com
no escape.
/CinemaSins
Yeah.
for a unique offer today.
Come on, one kill. One kill. How hard it is to get one kill? Like, I don't even mind that. If I even get assists for my kills, I don't mind. But yeah, we have a okay. I didn't get that. I got that.
Man, I cannot wait to
they
find out what happened to
copyrighted.
Luke and Leia replayed episode 1. I mean, this story's going backwards, literally. Also, I didn't read any of that. I do hope's first scene. Taking away.
Finally!
Jedi's first scene. Jedi's first scene. Captain Rescue. This movie's first scene. Political ambassadors part of an envoy to talk about trade blockades.
3. I got 3. I got 3. I just need 1.
Which is technically after this movie's events.
And then
how
just
much
2
extra
games. I'll just
technology
play
this era has
regular
over its
Battle
successor.
Royale.
This way, please.
When our high-ranking political guests have to walk at the slow-ass pace of a droid like this, maybe we've taken the robot workers concept too far.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Come with me if you want to live. So we isn't killing anyone else. So, goddamn stupid-ass rat tail. But various ponytails were either preventing her from getting away or too cool. This is neither to discuss.
Be mindful of the living force, young Padawan.
The ambassadors are Jedi Knights.
I would change personally to be a Jedi for the British Federation, but it's pretty obvious they would
How much silver?
send Jedi to something like this sounds like they're in war, but at least make them not run like When you send gas to just one room and you feed it into the air
Who the fuck killed me? What the hell? I had cover.
Destroy what's left of them.
Not only does this asshole not wait long enough for the Jedi to be dead, but he also thinks dead Jedi need further destruction. These motherfuckers had these Jedi in here all alone. They pretty much know where to go. The room is filled with gas. They have no reason to open this door. Even if you think they might lightsaber their way through the door, why not just have your droids waiting to gun them down as they did that? Opens, here's your action in the middle. Jedi taking a mockery of middle
We're not the transmission, sir.
You might be expecting me to show these characters' obviously racist accents. And I will. I'm more interested in seeing this could possibly lose all transmission from the affected area. We don't have a backup camera and Starbase here? Why not just do that for the whole army? What did this exactly do anyway? Is it dead? Unconscious? Like all turbo?
Oh, thank you.
There's destruction and there isn't any smoke, scratch marks, burns.
Bomb from
They are still coming home. This is impossible!
This guy doesn't understand what impossible means. Poor Jedi.
Master, destroy us!
This movie suddenly becomes like a video game. And some new enemies for the hero to fight. But just 2 of them, so this weird
Ventilation shaft.
Communications disrupted.
What? Do you not know about asteroids and other space anomalies? Are communications always perfect for you astronauts?
The Senate has revoked the trade franchise.
You're still talking about this? Why didn't this movie start off with Jedi doing real Jedi things with the political theaters running in the background? Who gives a about this stuff?
I'm not condemned across the asteroid war.
But I will condone this hairdo export, which surely cost gobs of government dollars. I'm guessing in 2019, George Lucas will want to add some more lizards to this shot, so that it will finally be complete. This is basically Jurassic. So of course we're going to raise a centaur in our house, but as we all know, there are symptoms of hard evil going on with these movies, blissfully unaware of what makes a positive impact. Glad we could see the camera follow this chunk of sprites falling to the ground to add to our enjoyment. I think this movie's discount Dagobah scene was so cheap it might as well be from Spaceballs. Jedi can only go underwater via the help of some they stole from Q and MI6. Jar Jar is the friendly, samurai side character. On-screen studio Ewan McGregor and Liam Neeson are standing in.
A droid army is about to attack the Naboo. We must warn them. We saw no light.
We saw no light.
I thought Naboo was the name of the planet.
You and Njan form a symbiote, sir. What happens to
Can't
one?
believe I used to like a time. And English and the
Gungans and the Naboo are completely separate from each other. Without one another. I don't get it.
A speedious way.
Whatever.
Naboo is going to be glad.
Want? They want.
Also, the whole reason the corner they came out of the Naboo was over here. They decided to land on the other side of the planet. Hey, why? It's so we could see Star Wars turn into Finding Nemo before Finding Nemo existed.
Shows me what you call your gods.
Oh, look at that! Revenant!
I know
Hall-
this because
Hallmark.
everything about the culture I just learned existed 5 minutes ago. I mean, seriously, he just had this exchange with Obi-Wan.
Master, what's a Gungan? Transport, I hope.
But now he's suddenly an expert on Gungan law. Get the out of here. You know, some folks say Lucas got bogged down in his world creation with the prequels, and those people are onto something, not entirely wrong. This underwater craft, built by an underwater civilization, has no mechanism for detecting ginormous fish that might be swimming behind it within swallowing distance. 20,000 Jedi under the sea. A big thing that ate a smaller thing gets eaten by an even bigger thing cliche. We're not even 20 minutes in, and these hologram meetings make me want to stab the movie screen with
I
Twizzlers.
guess ഇന്നത്തേക്ക് ഇത്ര മതിയും തോന്നുന്നു. കാരണം എന്തായാലും മെയിൻ സാധനങ്ങളായി. 100 പോയിന്റ് I guess. I have 1 week. I have almost 1 week. കാരണം 2 ദിവസത്തിൽ I mean 3 ദിവസത്തിൽ ഞാൻ 2000 ചെയ്തെങ്കിൽ.
We have something to report.
And obviously, the reigning Sith Lord can't sense Jedi activity on his own, so gravy, baby.
Where is it going? Don't worry.
And I don't think there's anything good. Like there's the skin which is okay, but I have at tier 4.
Why do we trust this force anyway?
And there's this skin, but I have better skins. So anyways, ഇന്നത്തേക്ക് തൽക്കാലം നിർത്തുകയാണ്. വേറെ പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ഒന്നും പറയാനില്ല. And പതിവ് പോലെ goodbye, GG's, and to be continued. Bye bye.
Victory.